Hey guys, it's Paradise and we are back, and we have a video for all of the Monster Hunter fans out there, as we are now only a month away from release of Monster Hunter Wilds, which means things are heating up with new information drops. So in today's video, we're going to go over all of the news that dropped while 26 and I were away on our annual 3-week holiday for the Christmas period. Normally, we like to drop this information as fresh as possible for you, but for this one, we needed some time to recharge so we could make the best content for you for when the actual game of Wilds releases. There is, however, some cool stuff that you may have missed, so we're going to go through all of it and not waste your time. The first thing to know is that there will be a Monster Hunter Now event happening that may be of interest to you even if you don't play the game. And this is the first confirmed collab for Wilds. In the new event, they announced that you can earn items that can be used in Monster Hunter Wilds. These are things like bonus item packs that you get every now and then to celebrate a milestone, and they include some useful items. This pack contains 10 Mega Potions, 3 Dust of Life, 5 Energy Drinks, 5 Well Done Steaks, and 3 Dash Juices, and I always love some Dash Juices. So this is great to give you a little boost and help clutch up some hunts. And alongside this, there's additional rewards listed, as on the website it says, take on limited time quests that include slaying large monsters to obtain the following rewards: a gift code for in-game items usable in Monster Hunter Wilds, exclusive Monster Hunter Wilds hoodie layered equipment, exclusive Monster Hunter Wilds collaboration guild card background, weapon refining parts, and armor refining parts. This event for Monster Hunter Now runs from 9 AM on Monday the 3rd of February to 11:59 PM on Monday the 31st of March. In addition to this Monster Hunter Now event quest, IGN are also having a month-long IGN F Showcase of Monster Hunter, showcasing some exclusive features. This is being done by Casey DeFreitas, who you will know if you've been in the Monster Hunter community for a while, as she is an avid Monster Hunter fan and brings us some of the juiciest news on the lead up to a new Monster Hunter release. So far for the IGN first, we got gameplay from Rompopolo and Arekkz in the Oilwell Basin, and interviews from the development team about the success of Monster Hunter in the gaming space. The interview is a very cool watch and gives you some good insights into the thought process of Monster Hunter's development, but some of the best stuff came from the gameplay videos and things that were spotted by the community. So here is a quick fire recap of everything before the next release of information. So while many of you may have seen this stuff before, there may be some stuff that you missed, and it's worth noting that not everyone watches every news drop or video about Monster Hunter, so many may have missed these things completely. Let's dive into the details. In the gameplay, we got a closer look at the Oilwell Basin, which is kind of like the Coral Highland. This is a deep sea-based area, but this time with a more volcanic feel to it, with spewing oil and more. We know that the Oilwell Basin's inclemency period is called the Fire Spring, which will make the area even more harsh. Some of the cool things we've learned about this area from the footage include that you can use cool drinks and chill mantle bugs to keep yourself chill and cool. We know that this will make a lot of you happy to see, as hot and cold drinks as a feature seem to return, as some in the Monster Hunter community were quite disappointed by the removal of them in recent titles. Also within the area, there are various environmental traps that you can use. We've already seen this massive contraption that can be used to slam down on monsters, but in this new gameplay we got to see it properly, and it does crazy damage. It really does remind us of the Dragonator and the traps in the arena in Monster Hunter World. This isn't the only environmental trap though, as in the gameplay we get to see the Hunter trigger an active oil silt spout using a torch pod for additional damage. This is really cool to see, and we can't wait to see the different fire sources that could possibly trigger it. You probably already know by now that we love the smaller details in Monster Hunter Wilds, such as the walking animations and various environmental stuff, but something that we thought was really cool is how the oil pools at the top, and we see the hunter is able to wade through it, cutting a path. This is just another small detail that really adds to the immersion. On top of this, another really cool detail is that the gun lance can be used to set the environment on fire in the oil basin, kind of similar to how it does on grass in the other areas. For gun lance players, this is going to be amazing, and it's just going to be absolute chaos with how much oil and flammable things there are in this area. But next, let's talk about the monsters. While the focus was primarily on Rompopolo and Ajaricon, Black Flame does actually show up in the gameplay at the very end for a bit and slightly off-screen. Maybe this is the next bit of gameplay that we'll be getting soon. Something that is of note though is that the actual icon of the Black Flame had an animated flame around it, which could be something that is applied to all Apex monsters. Of course, it was great to see in the gameplay a closer look at Rompopolo, as we know from previous gameplay and the official description on the website that this monster can inflate and deflate to attack, but we also got to see it in action in these videos, where the Rompopolo spews gas and inflates oil spills to attack the hunter. We actually love this monster as it's such a weird but cool concept. When it is deflated, it looks super odd as well, so this monster gets 10 out of 10 on the weirdness scale from us. However, Ajaricon could be our favorite of the two, as during the gameplay we got to see this insane sonic spin dash move, which if you are hit will apply blast to the hunter. Some other notable things about Ajaricon is that it can be knocked down while swinging for additional damage windows, meaning any ranged moves will be extremely useful against this guy. From the description of the monster, we know that it can scrape itself to cause friction and a molten-like effect for its attacks, but we actually get to see it in action here, where it uses its tail and body to cause a massive spewing wave of flames that only gets more intense as it enrages. However, there is something you can do to limit its capabilities of this, and that's by cutting off its tail, which is very rare for a fanged beast archetype of monster. Another notable thing that was hinted at is the possibility of a returning feature, as it looks like you may be able to fight your way out of its grabs by using your slinger or knife, as in the gameplay, when the player is grabbed there are prompts to use the knife. Overall, Ajaricon is awesome and we can't wait to fight it, especially to see how its weapons will look, as they will probably have blast on it, as the monster is definitely dealing blast damage. And talking about blast damage, if you are inflicted with it after it does its spin attack or grab, the UI will actually indicate how much of the upcoming blast damage you will take. But next we got a better or new look at some of the armors and weapons in the game. We got to see the Ajaricon armor and Palico armor, which has a really awesome look to it and is definitely something that we will be farming for, as we just love this style of armor. It very much reminds us of the Odegaran armor, which was just god tier. Another armor set we got a look at was the Rompopolo armor set and the Palico armor version. We can see the Rompopolo set is quite a lot like the Hammer preview set, but the Palico version looks awesome and it makes your Palico look like a real menace. The team at Capcom are really cooking with the designs of everything this time around. For the weapons, we got a look at what the community is speculating is the Uthduna heavy bowgun and Balahara insect glaive. We also get to see the hunter using the Balahara hammer to dominate the monsters, which just reinforces how fun the hammer actually is in Monster Hunter Wilds. Outside of the weapons, there was a few additional notable things that we got to see, such as the hunter rocking white sharpness, and that bar is super thick. It also looks like there are more rewards for completing milestones this time around, as in Wilds we got to see a UI pop-up for the player doing a sneak attack that unlocked a nameplate. So there is a bunch of small details from the gameplay. There's so many things that are easy to miss. This is just everything that we spotted, but hopefully IGN is queuing up a new video and new gameplay for us, as we are only a month away from release now. We do think it's very interesting that we don't know of any other collabs outside of this Monster Hunter Now one, and the hints at a Final Fantasy collab from that interview a while ago. But let us know what collabs you are hoping will come our way in this new Monster Hunter game. Here at Arekkz Gaming, we're two friends who love to play games. You have me, Paradise, as well as 2-6.
Our goal is to keep the videos as concise as possible by cutting out any of the fluff and focusing on what really matters with high quality videos.
So make sure you're subscribed down below for more videos on your favorite games coming very, very soon.